Hi, welcome to the next edition of Playing Competitive One Piece. And today, a deck that is quite competitive right now and got some brand new pieces with the Boa Marigold, a couple of the Sandersons, and also the Teach. So all these cards allow Boa Hancock to be a little bit stronger. We have a lot more triggers that just come down on board. That's when we do need 2 or less life, which is why we play less of it. This one can come down regardless of the situation, along with their sisters, and same with the Shaku. So, and same with Ryan too, right? So we have plenty of cards that literally just come down on board if you just hit my life total. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna try to punish our opponent. They can't really attack into our board because of the leader effect. They basically would take a life for attacking into board. So that's what we're doing today. Let's dive right in and see how we do. I think we keep what we had there on top. Swing 6. Go ahead. All right, put it down. All right, swing 5. Swing 6. We're going to 7 Dawn. Pass the turn. Okay, block that swing. Can't use it. You play the Zoro, get rid of a Boa. Swing 6. Swing 8. Pass the turn. Okay, so now they're 7K. They don't even bother. They get rid of a Boa. I mean a Gecko and a... I'm going to 9 Dawn. I guess Teach. They're at 7. think I passed the turn. Okay, another 7K lead. Diplomacy. Take a life. How about a 10K? Okay, so I could technically swing at the shanks. Pass the turn. I'll give you a Nami. Take the hit. Okay, so it's a redraw. Okay, you're at 0. Go 17 at life. Yep, looks like that's GG's to me. Good games to the opponent. Let's get into the next. Pass the turn. So we have 2 turns of not doing anything. So our 6th on turn, we actually can do something. I guess our doing something is swinging 9. Pass the turn. Okay, here comes the prisoner. That's not very helpful. How about a Nami? Take a life. Swing 7. Pass the turn. So next turn I have the option I could play a 6-drop plus a Hiyori. to set up the top trigger of my life. Or I could just say we ball and play the teach. Those 7s across the board. We'll use that effect. I'll give you a 2K, 2K. Take top. Put that to life. Gain 1. Use this effect. Oh wait, I don't have to re. Put a Dawn on lead. Swing 6. At this point, I'm not trying to win the game. I'm trying to burn his counter. So get all your 2Ks. Okay, they take that hit. Swing 5. I meant to do 5-5 here actually because I want to leave that Dawn over Slave Arrow. Hopefully that doesn't backfire. Pass the turn. Use the effect. Block that one. Block that one. Alright, so I guess I just go 7, 7, 7. I mean, he has no blocker, so the last, this has been 7, 7, 7. The remainder here should have went through. So good games to the opponent. Let's get into the next. Pass the turn. Okay, so they draw a card. They have 2 Dawn to spare. Alright, draw a card. That was like the perfect card to get off trigger, too. And because now I get Zoro and not worry about not having a Dawn on my leader. Swing 6. Swing 5. You definitely give me a 1K here. No, they take it. Okay. Pass the turn. Now the question becomes, how do they swing this turn? They could definitely go for my Rain. Or Ran, but they might not have enough for it. I'll give you a 2K. Take a life. Alright, we'll start off with the... a 6. I messed up. Right, now they discard 1 8 cost with the Luffy. Become a 7K. Should have not put the Dawn here. Should put the Dawn here and put the other Dawn here. That's 7-7 against... It's about the same, actually. Just that Rand is probably more important than Zoro. Go ahead. Okay, so 4 Dawn, 4 life. I can't imagine them putting that much pressure here. They have a 6, a 5, and maybe 1 rusher. And they're probably going to go for the Ran again. So I definitely don't need the Nami anymore, so I'm probably going to... I guess it depends if they get rid of my Ran. If they get rid of my Ran, then Teach is less enticing. Okay, so a Kobe, that's 1 less 2K. You swing 6 here. You take a life. Now the question becomes, can they afford to swing at life here? With knowing how many trigger bodies we have? That's kind of rough. We'll start with a 6. About a 7. About 8. Thanks for teaching me how to run this deck. Oh, no problem. I mean, I'm definitely not the one that, if you want to learn this deck professionally, there's probably some, I don't know if there's a lot of dedicated BOA players. She doesn't get a lot of play, even though she's pretty a decent deck. Pass the turn. We have 3 life comfortably. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 more swings this turn. And sadly, I can't Borsalino last turn, so I can double Borso this turn, but that's probably not worth it. Okay, this is definitely the correct call, right? Because that does not trigger a light burn. Same with the Nami. Okay, so they have a blocker. They have 2 swings left. I think she's pretty decent. Like, I would say she's like an A tier deck. I mean, she's not a Nami, right? But she's a lot more trigger based. All right, get a free body. Yeah, 1 more swing. I'll keep the Nami. Question is, how much damage can I deal here? They have 5. With so many of the 8K bodies. We know they have 1 more. Is a 2K counter. Because of the ace. So the question becomes, is it worth it just to swing 8 into this ace? To burn 2 cards out of hand? And potentially knock them out of their 2K counters? So I think I'm definitely Borso. That sets up Dawn here. Let's start with a 5K swing. Okay, so they're out of that swing. Another 7. I think she actually has a pretty decent matchup spread. I believe she's decent into an L. How about another 7? I don't really want a femur. How about 8 and a 7? Let's see. Okay, that's off the board. Pass the turn. Okay, who are you minusing with the new gate? All right, 7 at 6. Now you can definitely go into Nami and get a free swing there. Oh yeah, double attack. Use the effect. Get back a Zoro. Over the Nami. Gain one. Yeah, scoops it up. Yeah, there's not real much they could do there. They had a brick in life. And they had no counter, right? Even with this giving AK power 2K. Unable to get there. So let's get into the next. Now this matchup is going to be a little bit tricky because they are a 6K lead. Which is why I think we're slightly unfavored. Okay, so Hancock. Pass a turn. So we're doing this just in case we get something trigger off a life and they remove it. We technically would draw a card and they take a life. Thank you. Yeah, you got the amazing dinosaur emotes. Alright, we're gonna have a little bit of Ran. Time to start getting in there. I believe in Boa. So now we can play her. Sculpt her hand a little bit. That is not a good trigger. Now that's a trigger. Go ahead and draw 2. Throw away the brick and a brick. Put a Dawn on the leader. Swing 7. Now we're going to a Dawn. I could definitely play the Teach this turn. So as long as we overpower them, we might be able to get there in time. We do need to keep in mind that we have 2 life left. Pass the turn. Okay, so they pick up Searcher. They probably don't play back down the Searcher because they have 1 Dawn here to spare. Okay, so tapped. Arrested Ace. And they can play over the Hancock with the Searcher again. Alright, we're going to give you a 2K. I think I give you these 2. So that way when I reveal 3, I can still... I have enough of the tribe type, so let's put the boa on top. Swing 7. Now, next turn we should be able to chain the boa Hancocks. And that's where really the pressure starts, you know, kind of going off crazy. Now, we do need to be worried about this Trafalgar Law, though, and it will become a blocker in a couple turns, but... Okay, so they're at 2 life. They probably have plenty of counter, though. Alright, so another Luffy. They probably arrest Mr. 3. Use the effect. We get a blocker. Alright, they do a bit of searching. They get a 2K counter. Okay, so we take this hit. Okay, it's another 7. Alright, we're going to go ahead and counter out of this. We'll give you a block, take a life. Boa, gain 1, trash 1, or take 1. And we should be able to give 1 Dawn here. Dawn here. How about a 10K? How about a 7? a 6. Pass a turn. I just have to hope I live a turn. We have 6k, 7k counter. Okay, so now they add 2 more Dawn here. Take the hit. No effect. $2K, $1K. $2K, $2K, $2K. 10. Good games to the opponent. Yeah, let's get into another game. Pass the turn. Okay, so we definitely need to flood the board as fast as we can. The opponent should not really be attacking me ever until they at least get down a couple big teaches. At that point, they should be able to get so far ahead, right? So their objective should be not swinging at all. Our objective should be trying to get as much as I can on board. Opponent is kind of roping me right now. Okay, there we go. Swing 8. Pass the turn. So next turn we definitely want to play the Nami. Get him down to 2. Because he's going to 4. Shiryu's the turn after. Okay, they swing at us. We'll definitely take that effect. Get rid of the Gecko Moria. And a Zoro. Pop a life. Swing 5. Now this actually might be a good time to, at some point, redirect into this Burgess. Pass the turn. Because the Burgess will basically turn off the trigger off the top of my life. I don't think I care, right? So if I let this go, they take a life. And they're going to play a Shiryu. Swing 5. So they remain at 2. Yeah, get the free trigger. There's a Shiryu putting in a card to life. Alright, we're going to 7 Dawn. I don't have a lot of great things to do at 7 Dawn, because I can never effectively do 2 things in 1 turn. My best case scenario, I guess, is to play the Gorgon Sisters. And pump, pump, pump. But I think it probably is the Boa. I don't want any of these cards. Alright, so we have a 6K. I'm gonna lead off with a 7. The life. This could get triggered, you know, rest a blocker, but that's okay. Okay, so do you get this trigger? I mean, there definitely is a world where they could have redirected into the Burgess. But they're definitely going to use a trigger. Rest a blocker. And there's no point in swinging at the Burgess. It's the same amount of damage either way. Swing AK at lead. So if they redirect to the Shiryu, it's still another card from hand. Now they could redirect into the Burgess, I guess. Yeah, so we take a life. Pass the turn. We're going to 9 Dawn. I think it's a Zoro plus probably a Ran turn. Now, the goal is not to use my blocker at all. I mean, I could block, make them burn this last life, but I don't think that's worth it. But they may do it anyways. Okay, so that happens, we reveal. Put a Zoro into play. Pitch the Boa, gain 1. Scoops it up. GG's to the opponent. Yeah, that was going to be a pretty good aggressive turn for us. We're going to take this last hit, which would have sprocked this Shaku out of life. So we would have had another body. So we would have 5 swings in total. And they had 2K, 2K, 2K. Like 8K counter. So, and they would have gotten to teach next turn with Zahaha, but I don't know. We'll see. So overall, this deck does feel quite powerful. Or managed to beat Teach, which is a nice feeling as a whole. It's definitely not my playstyle per se. I'm not like big into yellow like that, where I enjoy the triggers and all that. Because I mean, you live by the triggers, you die by the triggers. Sometimes it works out for us, sometimes it doesn't. Was one game where we literally found a Kumasi, I think a Gecko Moria, and a couple of Zoros in life in one game, and that's just not a very good lineup for triggers. because it does literally nothing. So, like, you do live and die by it. So sometimes you get the bee's knees and you go wide fast, and most decks can't handle it, or you just don't do anything. So, me personally, it's not my style. If you're interested in playing yellow, definitely try this list out. I think it's actually pretty good. But until next time, have a great rest of your day.